Hello guys, this is Muhammad and you're watching session number 8 on SAP Academy. We have more or less finished general ledger accounting. There are a few more topics to be learnt which I will cover later. In this session we are going to start accounts payable, and this is part 1, Introduction and Business Partner Maintenance. Before we start, I would suggest you watch all the videos till the end, as we are going to learn a lot of new functionalities in SAP S4HANA. Accounts payable is a sub-module in SAP Financial Accounting. It is also considered as a sub-ledger in SAP FI. Accounts payable is used to record and manage accounting data for all vendors or suppliers in the SAP system. It is used to record transactions like invoices, credit memos, approvals, payments, and so on. As it is integrated with general ledger, all the postings made are simultaneously recorded to the general ledger. It also contains many useful reports, for example, due date forecasts and other standard reports that can be used to monitor open items. Let's move on to the first topic under accounts payable, business partner management. Help us to help you and others to produce more quality videos. How? Subscribe and share. Business partner can be referred to as master data, which depicts a person, organization, or group in S4HANA for doing business activities. In S4HANA, business partner replaces customer and vendor master data used in SAP ECC. Business partner categories can be a person, organization, or group. For example, person can be an individual, organization can be a company, and group can be a married couple. Business partner roles can be customer, supplier or vendor, employee, bank, and so on. Let us switch to SAP and have a look at the roles SAP has provided. Transaction code SPRO, SAP reference IMG, cross application components. We have to go down. SAP business partner, basic settings, business partner roles, define BP roles. Let us go down to the business partner for supplier. FLVN00 is the BP role for FI supplier. FLVN01 is the BP role for purchase supplier or vendor. And 6 zeros, this is the general partner for general data. Business partner role groupings. This functionality can be used to combine different roles to maintain master data. For example, creating a role grouping for maintaining customer master data for FI and purchasing areas together. This is similar to central maintenance in a company. Business partner number ranges and groupings. Business partner groupings are used to assign the number range for business partner master record. The business partner is usually assigned an internal number range. Let us go and create number ranges and assign the number ranges to the business partner groupings. Go back. Number ranges and groupings. Define number ranges. Change number range intervals. Click on free intervals to find which interval is free so that we can use that interval. Number 21 is free, so we'll use number 21. So we have these many number ranges available for us. Let us use the first one. Give number 21, select it, apply interval. Interval is applied, save, continue. Let's go back. Let's go to the next step, define groupings and assign number ranges. Execute. Create new entries. Let's say grouping is A000, short name, ABC, internal number range, C, internal number range. Our number range is 21. Enter and save. Save the transport request. Let's go back to the presentation. Let's move on to the next topic, supplier or vendor account groups. In ECC, the term used was vendor account group or vendor number. In S4HANA, you see mostly supplier is being used instead of vendor, but in some places you will also find vendor. So don't get confused. Vendor and supplier are both the same. So the supplier vendor account groups are same as in ECC. In S4HANA also we have to create account groups. These groups can be categorized by various criteria. For example, we can create different account groups for domestic suppliers, foreign suppliers, one-time suppliers, and so on. Let us switch to SAP and create supplier account groups. Let me open another window. PRO, reference IMG, financial accounting, accounts receivable and accounts payable, vendor accounts, master data, preparations for creating vendor master data, define account groups with screen layout windows. Execute. Let's click on new entries. Account group is A001. Supplier account group for ABC. Enter. It already exists. Let us change it to A100. Save. Save the transport request. Let's go back. Let's go back to the presentation. Supplier or vendor number ranges. Similar to ECC, here also we have to create number range. Supplier or vendor account groups are assigned with an external number range and are assigned to business partner grouping with same or a different number range. If same number range is assigned to the business partner and vendor groups, both will have the same account number. Let's create the number ranges and assign it to our account groups. Let's switch to SAP. Create number ranges for vendor accounts. Execute. Change interval. Number 21 is free here as well. So let's find the free interval. 6 series, the same series is free here as well. So let's create it. Apply interval and save. Continue. Let's go back. And in the next step, assign number ranges to vendor account groups. Okay, there's one more thing I forgot, which is we have to make this number range external. Click on external. This is external number range. Save. Let's go back. Assign number range to vendor account groups. Execute. Position our group is A100. Number range is 21. Enter. Save. Save the transport request. Now let's go to the other window. We have created the grouping and assigned the number range. In the next step, we have to link the BP grouping and the vendor account group. To do that, you have to go to master data synchronization, customer vendor integration, business partner settings, settings for vendor integration, field assignment for vendor integration, assign keys, define number range assignment for direction BP to vendor. We also have one more option, which is define number range assignment for direction vendor to BP. This is used in case of migration from ECC to S4HANA. The direction will be, in ECC we have vendors, so we direct it vendor to BP. In new implementations, we direct BP to vendor. Execute. Click on new entries. Our grouping that we created was A000 ABC, and our account group was A100. Hit enter, and we can select same numbers if you want to use the same number range for both business partner and supplier accounts. I am going to select same numbers and save. Save the transport request. Let's switch to our presentation. Let us create a business partner. We are done with the settings. Now let us create a business partner. To create a business partner master record, we can use transaction code BP or BUP1. The old transaction code of ECC, FK01 and XK01 are obsolete. Even if we use them now, the system will direct us to transaction code BP. Let's switch to SAP. Let me give first FK01. Let's see what does the system do. Redirecting to transaction BP as transaction FK01 is obsolete. It is showing me the categories, BP categories, person, organization or group. I can select any one of them and then I can create. The same goes with transaction XK01. It will show the same message, redirecting to transaction BP as transaction XK01 is obsolete. I can use transaction code BP, which stands for business partner. Maintain business partner. I can select create person, create organization or create group. If a business partner is already created, I can search here in the find option. I can also use transaction code BUP. Let's go back first. BUP1, which is to create business partner. Can select organization, continue. You have to select the BP role first. We are creating supplier for financial accounting. Select it. Click create. It is defaulting a grouping which is VMG internal. We have to select our grouping which is A000. This is our number range. Let's go to the title, company, test, vendor 1 for ABC. Search term ABC1. Postal code 2345, city Phoenix, country US, language English. Let's go to company code. Enter the company code. Our company code is A001. Enter. We have to give a reconciliation account here. So for this, I have to go and first create the reconciliation account. Let's open another window. Go to FS00. Our company code is A001. GL account 100,501. Click on create. Balance sheet account. Account group current liabilities. Short text. Payables account. Control data. SD. And in reconciliation account, I will select vendors. Sort key. I'll select vendor number 012. Field status G067. This is for reconciliation accounts. Save. Data is saved. Let's go back to our other window and select the account 0501. Sort key 012. Vendor number. Okay. Go to payment terms. Let us save. Business partner 640s created. The business partner number 640s and the vendor number is also 640s. This is because we have marked the same number in the settings. Now to display the business partner, we can use BUP3. This is for display business partner. So this is organization, it says display organization, or we can use directly /n BP. It will take us to first find screen where we can enter the business partner number if we know it. Enter and then double click on it. It will take us to the BP maintenance screen. Let's go back to BP again. If you don't remember the business partner number, you can come to business partner field, double click on it. It will take you to another screen where you can click on the small icon on the right and you can search the business partner. We have different options to choose to search for the business partner. I have selected partners general. I can give search term if I remember it, ABC1. This is my partner. I can also use name search, for example star ABC star. There are so many with the same name. This is my partner number. Double click on it. Takes us to the business partner screen. Another transaction is to change the business partner. It's /n BUP2. We can change name to save. We can also use the SAP ECC transaction codes, which are FK02. to change the supplier. 6000. Enter. Company code. Select all. Hit enter. It will again redirect to transaction code BP, since FK02 is also obsolete. The same goes for XK02. Enter. Redirecting to transaction BP. Let's go back to our presentation. Let's move on to the next topic. Business partner types. Business partner types are used to control field status of fields as required or optional, etc. It is maintained in Business Partner Master in General Data under Control tab. Next topic is field status. Field status of the Business Partner Master fields can be set per client, per business partner role, per activity, or per business partner type. Ranking of the field status starting with highest priority is required, followed by optional, display, suppress, and the one with the least priority is not specified. Let's review the field status for BP role FLVN00. Let's switch to SAP. Let's go to SPRO, SAP reference IMG, cross application components, go down to SAP business partner, basic settings, field groupings, configure field attributes per client, configure field attributes per BP role, configure field attributes per activity or per business partner type. Let us go to configure field attributes per BP role. Let's select our BP role. Our BP role is FLVN00. Under general data address, we have certain required fields. For example, city, country, language key, let's go to BP, enter. So if you look at it in the address, city is required. Let's go to city. This is city. I remove it. I try to enter. It says required field city has no entry. So I have to enter the city. The other field is country. Cannot create a BP without a country, since this is the required field. Another field is language key. I cannot keep the language key field blank. It will give me an error message. So I have to select a language. Let's check out the company code data fields. We have to go to vendor general company code data. Okay, we have reconciliation account as required and also sort key as required. Let's go to company code. I will delete the reconciliation account. You can see it's marked as required. If I hit enter, it will give me an error message. Even sort key is required as per the config. It's marked with star. 012. Let me make tolerance group as required and save. Let's go back. Let's save it. It says required field tolerance group has no entry. Earlier it was optional, now it has become required. Let me change it back to normal. Vendor, general company code data, tolerance group not specified. Save. Now I can hit enter and save. Changes have been made. Let's go back to PowerPoint. The next topic is supplier master data fields. Let's go back to our supplier master data. Go back to general data. Let's look at some of the important fields in business partner supplier master record. We have a name. For name we have 4 fields: name 1, name 2, name 3, name 4. Some companies may have longer names, so we can use this field name 1. If it is longer, we can use name 2 as well. You have search term. Search term is used to search for the vendor if you don't remember the business partner number. In some cases, the business partner number may be longer, up to 10 digits. It's not easy to remember. We can key in some unique key terms to search for the vendor. We have address for the business partner, zip code, city, country, region, and time zone. PO box address. Under communication we have language, communication language, telephone, mobile, fax, email, and other details. We also have address valid from. In case the supplier has moved from one place to another place, can change the validity date and maintain all the addresses from the beginning till the end. The supplier may have moved to 2-3 places. All these addresses will be captured in the business partner master record. Address overview. This is the change history. If you want to check later, the supplier has moved from one place to another place. So this is the first. It's valid from today's date and valid until 9999. There is no movement as of now. Identification. You can fill in the legal form, entity, factory calendar, tax numbers, and so on. In the control tab, you have BP type, trading partner number. This is used for cross-company code transactions. Payment transactions, bank details. Here we can maintain the bank details for the supplier. When we make payments, system picks the bank details from here. We can maintain more than one bank detail for the supplier. Status. Central block. We can block the business partner centrally. This will be blocked and cannot be used in all the company codes. Use legal data, vendor general. General data for vendor, we can see the vendor number. This is the range we assign in the account group. And this is the account group we are using, A100. Customer number. This is a supplier master record. In supplier master record, we also can assign a customer number. If we have an organization which is a vendor as well as a customer, we can assign a customer number in the supplier master record. Alternative payee is used to specify an alternative payment receiver. if specified, open items of the supplier are cleared and the payment is made to the alternative payee. We also have permitted payees. Permitted payees are allowed payment receivers for this supplier. You can click and maintain the alternate payees. Okay. We have tax data. It is liable for VAT, additional tax data, tax office, and so on. So this was general data. Let's move on to the company code data fields. The first tab is account management. Here the most important field is reconciliation account. I already explained in session number 5 about reconciliation accounts. In short, these accounts reconcile the subledger with general ledger. Head office. If maintained, it enables head office branch accounting scenario. In certain cases, branch supplies the material, but the accounting of invoice and payment takes place centrally at head office. Sort key. I already explained in session number 5 about sort keys. In short, it is used to populate assignment number field in the line item of vendors, customers, and GL accounts. Let's go to vendor payment transactions. Payment terms. It is used to determine invoice due date and applicable discounts. This is defaulted when maintained in vendor master or customer master, but we can change it during transaction posting. Payment terms have many useful settings. I will cover the complete functionality in another session. Tolerance group. The tolerance group defines acceptable difference for a due amount that arise when making payments. This is applicable at the time of making payment. Payment methods. Here we enter allowed payment methods to be used when making payments to this supplier. For example, check, bank transfer, and so on. We will learn more about payment methods when we learn APP, which is Automatic Payment Program. House bank. This will be the default bank for making and receiving payments. Payment block. Payment block is used to block or hold only payments for this supplier. Payment method supplement. These payment method supplements act as an additional criteria to split the payment documents. Alternative payee. We have already covered it in the general data section. Clearing with customer. If a business partner is a supplier as well as customer, we can choose to show single balance for both the accounts, and we can also clear open items against each other. To achieve this, we have to assign customer in supplier master and supplier in customer master and activate clearing with supplier and clearing with customer fields respectively. Single payment. This field is used when payments are to be made separately or individually for each open item. Payment advice by EDI. This is used to send payment advices by EDI. I already explained permitted payee in the general section. Tolerance group. Tolerance group under invoice verification. This defines acceptable difference of an invoice during invoice verification process. Vendor correspondence. This section contains dunning data and contact details of the supplier. For example, clerk name, telephone number, fax, clerk's internet address. Clerk's internet address field is important because this is used to send payment advices Status. We can block this supplier in all company codes or selected company code. You can set a deletion flag as well. The posting block is used to block all postings to this supplier in this company code or all company code. Deletion flag is used to mark the supplier for deletion. Warning message is issued when changing supplier master or posting transactions to it. Withholding tax. This section is used to maintain withholding tax information and mark it as subject or liable for tax. That's all about the important fields in supplier master record, and we have come to the end of this session. Please help us help you and others by subscribing and sharing our channel. Please watch the complete general ledger accounting videos by clicking on the playlist displayed on the screen. And if you have missed the last session, I have provided the link on the screen as well. So stay safe and see you in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.